YouTube channel through which I, Dr. Abhay Kumar Pathak, Assistant Professor of Economics, Marwari College, Darbhanga, regularly uploading the lecture videos for our UG, PG and other students. In my earlier videos, I have given focus on the aspects concerned with the methodology of economics and explained briefly on the topic economic statistics and its subheads. Now, I would like to make focus on another aspect of methodology of economics, that is economic dynamics. By my today's lecture video, I have tried to prepare my lecture video in PPT format. The method of economic dynamics has become very popular in modern economics. Economic dynamics is a more realistic method of analyzing the behavior of economy or certain variables through time. The definition of economic dynamics has been a controversial issue, and it has been interpreted in various ways. I would like to explain the standard definition of economic dynamics. The system of economic variables can be explained in two ways. One is the method of economic statistics explained in my earlier lecture video, in which the relations between the relevant variables in a given system refer to the same point or period of time. On the other hand, if the analysis considers the relationship between relevant variables whose values belong to different points of time, it is known as dynamic analysis or economic dynamics. The relations between certain variables, the values of which refer to the different points or different periods of time, are known as dynamic relationship. By observation of the views of different economists, we can summarize that economic dynamics duly recognize the element of time in the adjustment of given variables to each other and accordingly analyze the relationship between given variables relating to different points of time. Endogenous changes and dynamic analysis. It is more important that the change or movement in a dynamic system is endogenous. That is, it gives an independently of the external changes in it. One change grows out of the other. In other words, the development of a dynamic process is self-generating. Famous economist Paul Samuelson remarks that it is important to note that each dynamic system generates its own behavior over time, either as an autonomous response to a set of initial conditions or as a response to some changing conditions. This is feature of self-generating development over time is a unique character of every dynamic process. So, it is clear that a distinctive feature of dynamic analysis is to show how a dynamic process or system is self-generating, how one situation in it grows out of a previous one, or how one situation moves on independently of the changes in external conditions. Hicks' definition of economic dynamics. By defining economic dynamics, Professor J.R. Hicks, in his book Value of Capital, said that economic statistics has no problem about dating, whereas economic dynamics are those parts where every quantity must be dated. Thus, the Hicksian analysis shows that a statistical system may be converted into dynamics by merely assigning some dates to the variables. Dynamic equilibrium. When the expectation of economic units are fulfilled, they repeat the present pattern of behavior, and this exists what has been called dynamic equilibrium, unless some external shock or force disturbs the dynamic system. Need and significance of economic dynamics. The use of dynamic analysis is essential if we want to make our economic theory realistic. In this real world, various key variables such as prices of goods, the output of goods, the income of the people, the investment and consumption are changing over time. So, the importance of dynamic analysis is essentially required to explain these changing variables, and explanation of these changing variables is an important phenomena for economic society. So, in present context of economic activities, we can't ignore the need and significance of economic dynamics. Thanking to all of you, and I will be with you in next lecture video. Thanks a lot.